Yeah, just I guess most of you have probably seen bits of our UI demo, but I'll quickly just whiz through some of the bits. So what we've done is kind of our app, if you like. So it's developed as a Windows native WPF application, and we've used some third-party controls, bits and pieces, and kind of making it relatively easy to use and to drill down. So there's some bits and pieces we can do. Being able to look at the data, and I guess I'll bore you all if you've seen this before, but I think it's relatively usable. You can zoom in on things, I think. I've had a mouse with a wheel than I could. So one of the things I've done today, and this was, I guess, just to illustrate the architecture really of the application. So it's developed using, as I say, WPF, and the common pattern you use for WPF applications is the MVVM pattern, model view model pattern, which kind of gives you a lot of control over being able to plug in different data and being able to visualize it in different ways. So something done didn't particularly take a long time was to integrate Bing Maps into the application. So it's consuming the same data that the other three controls are, the other three views are, and just to illustrate what we've done, hopefully I can zoom down here. Can I just?
Okay, sure. While you're grabbing the mouse, this is what I was saying earlier. We provided a mountain of all the validation data we did, with other messages about each of them. That's what he's consuming here to demonstrate.
Yeah. So just come on. Yeah, so while that's doing, hopefully that's done. Oh yes, thank you. So right, yeah, I'll do it. Oh, I'm somewhere in the North Atlantic. Yeah. So, yeah, that's better. Right, so currently I'm showing one green blob somewhere on the outskirts of Leeds. So we, as the guys, as Majid was saying previously, we've obviously got hooked into the data. The bit of data that we don't have at the moment is we do have postcodes, but this control needs longitude and latitude. So we're just in the process of converting postcodes into long lat, and then we can stick it in here. So what this demo is doing, and I guess you'll have to look. Well, in fact, I can show you the code if you don't believe me. But this little value here, somewhere near Swillington, which is my kind of finger in the air, whereabouts is Leeds. I could have just looked on the internet. However, so that little thing is actually something that we've rendered ourselves. So it's an overlay. In fact, if you're looking, if you go right into it, it's quite exciting. It's a triangle that's got red. I think what I'm trying to demonstrate here is that we can kind of overlay anything inside of here. Literally, there are 3 longitude and latitudinal coordinates in there. At the moment, I've just hard-coded them in the model. The model does have a query that we're working on. I think with a little bit longer, we just have to change the model to obviously do the relevant conversion. But it does mean that it is obviously incredibly powerful, because we've got complete control over what we can display there. So we could highlight regions, we could outline, counties. These can also be made clickable as well. I'm sure anyone has ever used any of these. Oops. That's right. So we can actually make them do something. Now, I don't have any events on the back of this, but you could do things, where it'll explode out. It might be that you want to have this in a sidebar, and you use this to navigate, and you can see on the side some tabular information. So I thought it was just a useful demonstration of kind of the model we've followed, and how that we can run in different different data sources and different views for that. That's really my bit. It's not short and sweet. Is any questions on that?
I've got an addition. What my colleague was saying, basically that shape we draw, the polygon, can be anything. In previous projects we have covered, for example, showing this is the catchment area for such as a fire department, it can be a hospital. Any data you can give us, you can do simple circle centered around a place with radius x, or more complicated areas, see overlaps between crime and use of prescription of certain drugs, anything. So there's a lot of data mining visually we can do with that sort of display, even if it's just for reporting, rather than just actually analysing. If you see the distinction I'm making.